Councilmember Roth, would you like to start us with reports today?
I would be happy to. I have two items. The first one is, you probably saw it when you came in, but if you're not here this evening, please come and take a look at the display that's in the lobby. It will be there, I believe the dates are the 25th, 27th, and 28th. I'm sorry? Through the 28th. And it is called Remembering Our Fallen, and it is a photographic display of Aurora men and women who have given the ultimate sacrifice in Iraq and Afghanistan. The other thing that I wanted to mention was that for the second year in a row, Aurora won 100 Best Communities for Young People. We won that in 2010 and again in 2011. And a couple of the criteria for that is reducing high school dropouts and providing service and support for their youth. So it's another one of those proud things that we have accomplished as a city. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Bersons.
Thank you. I want to remind everyone, we have our Ward 3 meeting this coming Wednesday, not in 2 days, but the week after, November 2nd. It'll be at 6:30 at the Aurora Chamber of Commerce, right there on Alameda. There is lighted parking. The door is right there at the parking lot. We do have refreshments, and I have a couple of really good speakers lined up, so please come if you can. I would like to tell the Havana businesses that good work. You have done a magnificent job, and I am so anxious to get the businesses from Mississippi on up to 6th to get all that done so we can all just get together and have good business experience and feed off of each other. Thank you, Gail.
Thank you. Councilmember Fitzgerald.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to take time to congratulate one of our teenagers in Aurora, Missy Franklin, who swims for Regis Jesuit. She broke the world's record, I believe, in the 200-meter backstroke in Berlin. And so congratulations to Missy Franklin. We're all proud of you.
Thank you. Councilmember Markert.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Several of us were at the Aurora Police Department Victim Witness Annual Observance of Violence and had a very nice moment of silence and lit our flashlights in safety. But I just really want to thank the volunteers with that victim service unit as well as honor those victims who have lost their lives to violence. On a lighter note, our ward meeting is Thursday, October 27th. We will be at Strawberry, which is at Heather Ridge, at 2638 South Xanadu Way, south of Isla, north of Yale. Our speaker, we're going to have a speaker, and it'll be our no longer not so new city manager. So come with your questions. Thanks.
Thank you. Councilmember Broome.
No report, Mayor.
Councilmember Clowley.
I guess this is the mayor's last full council meeting.
Like parole.
Yeah, and I want to say thank you to Ed. I've worked with Ed for 14, was it 14 now? 14 years? And he is going to be missed. So I just wanted to take the opportunity to say thank you. I'm going to miss you. And I hope you do well in whatever you decide to do. And while I was on council and I left for 6 years, you and I had lunch about once a year, or once every 6 years, or 6 months. Yeah, about once every 6 months. I hope we can continue to do that. So I wish you well, and I wish Betsy well.
Thank you. Councilmember Frazier.
Nothing to report, Mayor.
Councilmember Pierce.
Thanks. A couple things. I'll reserve my comments for the mayor next council meeting when all that ceremonial stuff happens, so I'll save my choice comments for later. The election is coming up on November 1st, or November 1st is election day. Most people vote by mail nowadays, so just a reminder to please vote, whether it's by mail or in person on election day. That's what our country's all about, is voting, and that's your freedom of speech to vote for whoever you want to. Secondly, the Drug Enforcement Administration is doing one of these National Pharmaceutical Take Back Day. So if you have any prescription drugs that have expired or no longer needed or want to dispose of them, you can take care of that on this Saturday, October 29th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. here at the Aurora Municipal Center, at Chambers and Alameda, or at the City of Aurora Central Facilities, which is at Ellsworth and Potomac on the north end of Bicentennial Park. So, and you can also, if you miss this day, the King Supers at Quincy and Buckley has a little box where you can drop these prescription drugs in there at any time. But the DEA is making a special effort this Saturday for everybody to take your prescription drugs that are no longer needed and dispose of them safely. So hope everybody can do that. Thanks.
Thank you. Councilmember Peterson.
I just want to say thank you to all of our vets out there and how wonderful it is to live in a city where we do have 1/3 of our population that are vets. And, you know, thinking back, this is really kind of neat. My parents met at a dance at Laurie.
Really?
And so many people here that are seniors did meet their spouses at dances at Laurie during the wartime. So that's kind of a neat note. But I just want to say thanks to all the vets. You're really great. And thanks to our active duty personnel, too. It's wonderful knowing that we're safe, having guys give service to us out there and keeping our city and our country safe.
Councilmember Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to say job well done to our Parks and Open Space folks. We enjoyed the re-grand opening of Spencer Garrett Park, Joliet, and between 16th and 17th. It is a truly phenomenal park, so if you're in the area, definitely stop by. We have a lot of amenities. I have to say, I think it's one of definitely top 2 of my favorite parks in the city. They did a fantastic job. We had a great turnout. I was very honored to be invited to Fletcher, the Fletcher Intermediate School for their door judging for their fall contest. So congratulations to all and thank you for the invitation. And we did a petition drive last weekend. We had folks out this past weekend as well, gathering signatures in support of keeping Fletcher Station open. As you know, it is on the review list for closure. So we are cataloging everybody who calls and is leaving voicemail at my number here at the city. Your message is being included in the public record as well. And last but not least, we have a Ward 1 Town Hall the second week of November this time, November 9th, and it's all about transportation in Ward 1 since there is so much going on up there. And that's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. A couple people have mentioned this little election that we're having. Usually, the city election is mail-in. You're just going to get your ballot. One of the things that's different this year is if you get your ballot by the mail for the general election, you get a mail-in ballot if you're in Arapahoe County. But if you're one of those people like me that still likes once in a while going to the voting booth and getting in there and pulling the levers and pressing the buttons, you won't get a mail-in ballot. You have to go and vote. And so there are quite a few voting centers. You can look on the city's website and find out where your voting center is. But if you're not signed up for a mail-in ballot normally for the general election, you won't get a mail-in ballot for this one. You have to go and vote at a voting place like normal. And so with that, public invited to be heard. Is there anyone else who would like to address council this evening? Then seeing none, we are out.